Welcome back to the sessions on the subject marketing management. Myself is Umrez, working as an assistant professor, Department of MBA, MLR Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. In today's lecture, I'll explain about consumer adoption. Now, with respect to consumer adoption, we will discuss about what is the basic definition of consumer adoption. Then we will proceed to process of consumer adoption. After that, we'll conclude today's session with influencing factor. What are the various factors that are influencing the consumer adoption? Now, first we will start with what is consumer adoption that we have. How can we define adoption? Adoption, as in the generalized way, is we'll define it as acceptance. The same definition even here. Is there any possibility that whenever we will launch a new product into the market, all the customers will accept that product at a time? Means may not be. So the success of a product will depends upon the adoption. How quickly that the customers are accepting our product. Depending upon that, as we will define the success or failure of a product. So in the technical point of view, how can we define the process of adoption or else adoption? It is a process in which a customer will move from the knowing about the product, new product, and become regular user, loyal user, and at the same time they'll integrate that in their routine. Then we'll call that process as adoption. So it is a transformation stage of knowledge seeker to a loyal employee. Such process, the various steps that will take place in that we'll call them as consumer adoption. Now, how do a consumer can adapt a product? Whenever a new product is available in the market, customer will directly go and purchases the product? Do the marketers need to do anything here for increasing the adoption rate? Does adoption rate increases by the marketing efforts? Means we can say that yes, definitely. Being as a marketers, once we will launch a new product into the market, yes, the product is a quality one. Yes, the product is more beneficial to the customers. Does it will automatically will be purchased by the customers? Means never. We should put our efforts in order to do that. What kind of efforts and how we need to do what we need to do. The process of consumer adoption involves the various stages in which the consumer will undergo into different stages when they are taking the decisions related to their purchase. They include the first one, awareness, interest, evaluation, trial, and adoption. AID, AIDA model also we have, and this is a very simplified one, but whereas here we have with respect to innovative products, as we will come across all these stages. Awareness, interest, evaluation, trial, and then we will go for adoption. Okay, simply another model that we have, as I said, AIDA model, that is awareness, interest, desire, action. Okay, but whereas in certain type of products, as we even go for a trial of a product. For example, I want to go for a pen. In that case, desire is enough, then I'll go for the purchase because it might not be much more expensive. But whereas if I want to go for a mobile, laptop, something, I want to try that before going to take the decision. Now, let us have an in-depth knowledge about discussion about all these different stages. The first stage that we have, it is awareness. So, whenever a product is launched into a market, the customers might not have the knowledge about the product. Yes, what are the new brands, new products that are available in the market? That might not be available. Being as a marketers, we have to provide how the customer will get the information about that. All this will be analyzed here. This is the first stage in the adoption process. Any adoption process will start with awareness. The consumer learn about the existence of the product. They came to know about there is certain product that is available in the market. There is a rewritable pen is available in the market. What type of strategy is something that they'll know about the presence or existence or availability of a product in market. How they came to know? This will raises a question. How do they came to know about the existence or availability of a product? By using the different promotional activities like As a marketers, yes, we will promote our product through the different types of print and broadcast media, social channels, etc., etc. Through that, plenty of information will be dumped into the society so that the customers will came to know about our product from using different types of media channels. Other than to that, yes, we have friends and family members can also help in order to gain more information about the new products launched into the market. Consumer knowledge is very limited towards of different types of products. Now, what is the tendency of the customers that in this stage that we have? They'll just think that yes, something might be available in the market. Like it is not, they are not involved in that one, but something is going on. Only that type of information will be available with the customers. Marketers aim to create awareness by efficiently promoting. What is the activity of marketers here means promote the product more and more effectively. Cover those media channels which the consumer, which your target customer will frequently visit. Promoting a product at the same time, communicating about the different features, benefits of that product so that the customer will identify the presence of your product in the market. Like one of the example that we can take about electric vehicles. So the customers, many of us know that there are electric vehicles are available in the market at different aspects, like through the media channels, online platforms, friends, family members, that we will came to know. This is about the knowledge awareness stage. Now under the awareness stage, what happened? We are providing just the information to our customers so that they came to know about the availability or existence of a product. Come to the second stage, that is interest. Okay, I know that something is available. Do I go and purchase a product? May not be. We should create an interest, enthusiasm among the customers so that they'll buy the product. So they are the knowledge seekers here. So we will provide more and more quality information to them so that we will get and attract those customers towards our product. So once a consumer are aware about their product, they are quick and they seek more information. They are much more energetic, enthusiastic to get more information about the product. They may conduct research. Now with that enthusiasm, what they are doing. So I heard that electric vehicles are present in the market. What are they? Which companies are offering that? What might be the prices of that one? Like certain information, some information about that, they'll conduct an investigation. They'll try to compare the new product with the alternatives that are already available in the market. So why they'll compare? So that if there are any limitations, what are the benefits that they want to know clearly. Because of that, as they came to know about, they'll collect more information about that. Gathered about the functioning, pricing, availability, who are the dealers, where the problems can be rectified, etc., etc. All this kind of information will be collected in the stage. Now, what is the job of a marketer here in this stage? The marketer should provide comprehensive and easily accessible information to fuel the customer's interest and address their queries. Now, where our customers are most visited sites, most referred people, that we needed to identify, and through that as we will try to provide the complete information to the customer so that we will improve the acceptability of our customers in a very short period of time. Now with respect to the same EV vehicles, what are the elements that will increases the interest of the people? Consumers show interest in EV and began searching for more information about what are its price ranges in under to what kind of infrastructure that it will be for suitable, how much energy need to be given, how many hours that it will work, what are the price, which companies are providing. All these kind of information will be collected by the consumers. So this is the second stage where interest will be generated, created among all the different individuals. Come to the next stage, that is evaluation stage. Now we might be interested in many brands, many products. We are going to buy all the brands and products? Means no. We are specifically buy only certain category of products that we will collect, we will evaluate, we'll try to find out which is the best suitable brand to our organization. In this stage, consumers evaluate the new product to determine if it aligns to my needs and preferences, expectations or not. Does the product is compatible to me or not? Does the does that model which I am looking for, can I able to handle that or not? maybe the features might be good, but what about, my requirements can be fulfilled or not. All these kind of elements will be evaluated, will be assessed under this stage. The consumer considers various features like quality, price, performance of that product, convenience, compatibility with our lifestyle, etc., etc. Why? Because whatever I may know that iPhone is available in the market, which is one of the quality brand in the market, providing effective, extensive services. But still, why I am not preferring means whatever the mobile applications that I required, it might not be supported all. To my profession, whatever I required, it might not be supported by using that iPhone. Because of that, yes, I won't consider. So, under the evaluation stage, yes, we will evaluate all the various parameters that are suitable to our character, our lifestyle, etc., etc. Marketers can facilitate evaluation process by providing demonstrations, trials, testimonials, etc. Like trials has to be encouraged by the customers, or else some samples can be given. That will happen even in the next stage, so that the customer can able to identify, for example, quality that they want to test. How can they test the quality? Means they should test on by themselves. So such type of element should be improved so that the customer can take the decision to buy the product. Consumers, with respect to the EV vehicles, consumer evaluate the EV vehicles based upon their specific needs and preferences. What kind of additional benefits that the product is providing to them. They consider the factors like what is the cost, ownership, what are the government policies, schemes available, how much energy required, how many hours that it will work out, etc., etc. This kind of information will be collected under the evaluation stage. Even in this stage, if the customer got the positive information, then they will move to the next one, that is trial of a product. Then they will prefer to try the product for short period of time, maybe purchasing in small quantities, or else free samples might be available, or else like free trial product might be available by some type of organizations. At this stage, consumer will prefer to try the new product. They may make a purchase or engage in a trial period or a free sample offer. So whatever available is, they will prefer to try that product. Marketers should provide the incentives such as discounts, because whenever the product is new to the market, then the customer won't take the risk to try the product. Why I need to waste my money? So in order to encourage such people to try the product, yes, coupons, offers, discounts has to be provided so that the customer will prefer to try that product. Consumers decide to take the EV vehicles for a test drive, experience its performance and handling first hand. So how conveniently that I can able to handle that car, because it is not very cheap to buy that one. It is very expensive. In that case, I want to see how well that I can able to drive that. Are there any difficulties? Do I need any additional training and all for this one? All that kind of elements can be evaluated under this stage, that is under the trial process. They visit dealers, partners, and at the same time they'll organize the different types of manufacturer activities by encouraging the people to go for a trial, as we will make the customer to adapt our product. Once a trial is also successful, then we will move on to the next one, that is adaptation. Adaptation means making that product in their regular purchases. The final stage in the adaptation, where the consumer decide to fully integrate the new product as a regular purchases of their product. So in their regular purchases, they have included that product also. That we'll call it as adaptation. They become the repeat consumers and at the same time loyal towards a brand that we have. So the customers will try to get more information. They'll become the regular purchases of that brand. Marketers should focus on building the customer satisfaction. They need to monitor the satisfaction levels of customers. Ongoing support has to be provided, and at the same time positive after sale services has to be provided to the customer, so that the customer never get any kind of dissatisfaction under this stage. With respect to that EV example that we have taken, after the successful trial, a consumer decided to adapt the EV vehicle and make the purchase decision. They may take an advantage of government subsidies, whatever that are available, that will be implemented or else accepted, applied in this stage. These are the 5 different stages that we have under consumer adoption. That will start with awareness, interest, awareness, interest, desire, evaluation, trial, and adoption of a product. So these are the 5 different stages that we have in adoption. Now, the next point arises that factors. Do all the people will accept the product in the same manner? May not be. The acceptance of a product will changes from one to another, and it also depends upon certain basic characteristics, certain basic factors that we will call it as. The first one is readiness to try a product. There are certain type of people that we have who are always waiting for a new product to launch into the market. Such people as we'll call them as innovators. Whenever a new product is available, irrespective of determining whether it is useful to them or not useful, they'll buy the product. That kind of people as we have only 2.5% of the people that are available. For example, like innovators that we have. Now, these are the people who are technology enthusiastic. So, they are waiting for the latest technologies that are available in the market. Venturesome, response for the alpha and beta test. These responders will accept for the testing process, that is alpha and beta test that will take place in the organization. They'll identify the weaknesses of the product so that the company can able to identify or rectify those mistakes. Now come to the next one that we have, it is early adapters. Now after this innovators, the next one that we have, it is early adapters. Now what are the characteristics of early adapters? These will wait for the information from the opinion leaders. For example, if a student want to buy a book, who need to suggest means if the faculty is suggesting to buy that book, then they'll go ready to go for that one. That is opinion leaders matters here. If it is preferred by the opinion leaders, then they will blindly go and buy the product. Less price sensitive. They does not have much more priority will not be given to the price. But what they'll see, it should be referred by somebody. Before me, somebody should purchase that one. I'll ask them and I too will buy the product. And they'll adapt the product if the product personalized solution and service support. So, if the product is providing certain type of benefits to them, then they are ready to buy. This is early adapters. The next one that we have, it is early majority, which is the third category. Around 34% of the people that we have for early majority. Now, under this early majority, what happened? The people will have accepted that product. Now, it will goes into the maturity stage. New technologies have been proven, whatever that its benefits that they have already adapted by the large group of people. Then only this early majority people will take the actions. They'll decide to buy the product once it has been accepted by many of the people in the market. The next one that we have, it is late majority. Now, the late majority consumers are also 34%, but they'll have certain type of doubtful mindset people. Now, the risk is awareness. Now here technology is high, price sensitive, and at the same time doubtful conversation. If it happens, then I'll do. Like such type of things, they could not able to take their decisions independently. So even this kind of people that we have in the market, around 34% of the people that we have. Now after the late majority, the last stage that we have, it is laggards. Now what are the characteristics of laggards? Laggards are traditionally bounded people. Still there are certain type of people who will follow, who will use a Colgate toothpaste. They'll say that my mother, my grandmother, it is coming from more and more 3 to 4 generations, we are continuing the same. Such type of people as we'll call them as laggards. Now, for this people, what happened? These are technically resistant. They don't prefer to use the different types of latest technologies that are available in the market. So, this is all about the different stages that we have in the consumer adoption, and what are the factors are influencing means depending upon the readiness. Yes, readiness of an individual to accept is innovators, early adapters, early majority, late majority, and laggards. This is the first factor that we have, readiness of innovation. See, the readiness to try the product, all these points will come under that. Now come to the second one, that is personal influences. Yes, I have decided to purchase LG laptop. But one of my family members said that not LG, you can go with Onida, you can go with Samsung, you can go with some other XYZ brand. Now, ultimately what happened? My decision might be changes in some extent. In general, one individual influences the attitude and purchases or intentions of another people, which is one of the most commonly well-known fact. Thus, the marketers need to consider these aspects to evaluate the stage of a product. The consumers need to find out where they are standing, where their product is standing in the market. Now, if it is unable to influence, means we have to make the change in the product. This affect more on to the late adapters. Now, the personal factors influences will be very high on late adapters of a company. Now, the next one that we have, it is characteristics of innovation. The third one that we said here, under the factors that are influencing the adaptation. First one is readiness to the new product. Second one is effect of personal information. Third one, adaptation, classification of adaptation. That means if the product is highly adaptive, highly innovative, very good quality, very good features, acceptability will be very high. Otherwise, it will take long time. So, based upon that, is innovation characteristics classified into different types. Adaptation is a process which also depends on the rate of invention. How much innovation that we have done, depending upon that, the adaptation rate will changes. Relative advantages that we have. That means when compared with our brand with the other new brand, comparatively, yes, it should be here or there should be equal. Innovation supporter, so superior to the existing products, more superiority leads to quick adaptation. So, as they are expertised in that area, then they can able to make adaptation in a very quickly. Now, the next one that we have, it is compatibility of a innovation of a new product. Additional adaptability of innovation to match the values, experiences, beliefs and all. That the new product that is going to be launched in the market, it is giving the solution to many of the people, but does it is compatible to the values, beliefs, culture that we have or not? That needed to be evaluated. Next one, complexity of innovation. Does the innovation is highly complex or else it is moderate one that we can able to undertake the risk? Depending upon that, as it will changes. Difficulty of innovation to use the complexity of product is high, then the adaptation rate will reduces. Instead, when the acceptability is less, then ultimately what happens? The adaptability will increases. Next one, durability of innovation. As the innovation that we have, now how long that it will be available, how long I can able to claim that. Depending upon that, yes, it will change. That is another kind of characteristics of innovation. The next one that we have, it is communicability. Majorly, many of the people, why do they will prefer the branded goods, shirts, etc., etc., because they want to represent what they are in front of other people. Now, when you went to a party, birthday party of somebody, you have purchased a new dress, everything is new, but you are looking very common among all the people. Do you feel happy in that area? Means may not be. So, such type of elements, what happen? Communicability. Give a chance to those people to communicate, to represent what they are. So, depending upon these characteristics, yes, we will. And the last one that we have, readiness of an organization to adapt the innovation. So, how well that the organization is ready to accept all the different types of products. There are certain type of learning organizations that we have. They are always seeking for the new latest technologies. Whenever new technology launched into the market, they want to have that product into their product line. The adoption of a new product depends on the ability of organization to implement the change according to the innovation. So, what kind of changes that it is demanding for? For example, digitalization or modernization in education depends upon the ability of educational institutes to invest under the same time, implement the changes at their part. So, infrastructure need to be changed. There is much more fund is required. How much that they have, that they will find out. They will calculate. After that, they will decide what to do. It depends on the organization's environment, administration, size of the organization, etc. So, depending upon these factors, the readiness of an organization will changes. This is what for today. That is consumer adaptation. What is the process of consumer adaptation and what are the various characteristics of consumer adaptation? Thank you.